Mm, mm. So if I was a boy, even just for a day, I promise you I would roll out of bed in the morning and throw on whatever I wanted and go. Yeah. Yeah. Hello, beautiful people. How y'all doing? Happy Sunday. Welcome back to the ST experience with your licensed ST cousin, Sylvia Teresa. Okay, so jumping right on into our chapter 8 with a little bit of an unpopular opinion. I'm just saying it. Men need facials more than women. I said it. You want to fight me? You can fight me. But, I promise you by the end of this video, you'll understand why I'm saying this, okay? So, hold, hold that pose. I promise you, it's going to make sense at the end. So, I'm not saying that women don't need skincare as well, because we do. Obviously, I'm an esthetician and I love what I do, and majority of my clientele is women. However, it's just that women tend to maintain their skin on an everyday basis, right? They will practice the prevention, they will do the anti whatever. So, women tend to have a more regimented schedule with their skin, right? We just take care of our skin more on a regular basis, whereas men don't, okay? So, that brings me right to my first point. Uh, Men neglect their skin entirely on a regular. Okay. Uh, I don't know about y'all, but when I take a shower, I lotion my whole body, right? Whether it's oil, butter, whatever, top to bottom after the shower, right? Men, they're probably just gonna maybe hit the lotion with whatever you can see, right? Whatever's being shown that particular day. So their skincare isn't as detailed as ours, right? They tend to neglect it. They tend to use 3-in-1s. And I know that we all know at least one or two guys who uses a suave 3-in-1, and their skin looks good. They have never had a pimple. Their hair is really nice and it smells good. It's like, oh my God, so lovely for you that you can use one product and it takes care of everything for you. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, I have 15 products that I've done just this morning. So I'm not hating, I'm just stating a fact, okay? Men tend to neglect their skincare entirely, right? They literally will just do what they'll tend to grab whatever's there. I can't tell you how many men I have spoken to where they was like, oh, I just use whatever's in the bathroom, whatever my wife has, right? So it's not as it's not as regimented as with women, okay? So that's number one. So see, already I feel like your guard is you put it down, you put your shoulders down, right? Thank you. Okay. Number two, facials are preventative, not just for luxury, right? I think there is a misconception that when women get with when women have or they tend to get facials, that it's this luxurious experience, in which it is, in which it can be, but they tend to look at it as not something that is maintenance, right? Or something that needs to be done on a 4 to 6 week basis, which it is, especially because men tend to shave. We're not shaving, we're usually waxing. So that makes a difference in your skin, right? They don't exfoliate because they don't have things to exfoliate with. They are drinking energy drinks, which that is just a whole other thing. And we'll get into that another time in another video. But men need to know that your skincare is preventative because you're not taking care of it on a daily basis the same way that women tend to. It would behoove you to book a facial at least 4 to 6 weeks so that way you can maintain what you have, right? We can clear out that congestion, because congestion, as well as I want to say ingrowns, tend to be the major issues that I see my male clients have. And for that, if you've made it this far in the video, thank you so much. As far as it is concerned with your ingrowns, I always recommend a solution called Tend Skin, Tend. Tend Skin, you can find it on Amazon. You can get it for like $20, and you use that in the morning and at night. I promise you, within about a week, maybe a week and a half, you will absolutely see the difference in your ingrowns, right? And then, of course, use it after you shave. A world of a difference. I use it myself because I get wax, and sometimes, a hair bump or two comes up. It's a go-to, right? So that I'm definitely going to recommend for you. And then we're going to say, with that, the way that men tend to maintain their cars, I'm going to need for y'all to maintain your skin. How you doing? I'm going to need for you to maintain your skin, right? If you can maintain your car, you can maintain your skin. How about that? Right? Okay? Like, you are so willing, because also, let me say this, maintenance is cheaper than repair. What would happen if you didn't get an oil change on a regular basis? It would blow out your engine. And how much would that cost you versus if you would have took your car every 3 months to get a regular oil change, and we wouldn't have this issue, right? So see, if I speak to you in your language, maybe you understand. I promise you, maintenance is cheaper than repair. So 4 to 6 weeks. Hell, you can even do 8 weeks. I would go as far as 8 weeks. Okay. If you did every 8 weeks to come and get a facial, I promise you, you would see a major difference in your skin because we'll decongest it. We'll set you up with a regimen that will be, maybe 1 to 2, possibly 3 products, right? Make it easy for you. So that way you're not feeling like I'm doing too much. And my third, I feel like everybody's, yeah. Now you're like, you know what? She right. She right. You right. You don't want to fight me anymore, right? Like, you get it, okay? Like, this is what I'm saying. And finally, I'm going to say, one, men deserve care too. And that is of no consequence to your masculinity. I'm going to just say that, okay? You can get a facial, and it is not hurting your masculinity. Nobody's gonna think that you're gay, sir. I'm just gonna say it. If you got a facial. And also, what would be okay, let me just say this. I feel like it's one of those things where, back in the like Bring It On, they had the male cheerleaders or whatever like that, and everyone's like, oh, he's gay, but it's like, but you're around a bunch of women. What is, what is that, right? So, to the men who feel that way, who want to hold on to that stigma, I promise you, you can let it go and have amazing skin, and no one's gonna look at you different. To be honest with you, you'll probably get more women when they look at your skin like, oh my God, do you have an esthetician? If you tell them, if a man told me that he had an esthetician, I would be like, okay, I like it. And besides, what what would be more masculine than having a woman do this to you, right? Rub your face, your beard, massage all of that, right? Like, what? How is that interrupting your masculinity? Think about this, right? Like, really, really think about it, right? You need skincare too. You have skin. Again, it is your largest organ. It needs to be cared for, okay? So, let's throw that out the window. All right, entirely throw all that stigmatized. Oh, it makes you a man who gets a facial. That's it. I promise you, that's the only thing that it does, right? Makes you a man who gets a facial, who cares about his skin, who does not want to have dry skin or ingrowns or congestion, right? You want to look good, and there's nothing wrong with that. So, starting from the top, men neglect their skin entirely more than women do, right? That's just what it is. Facials are preventative and not luxurious. I need men to know that. This is about the maintenance of your skin. You maintain your car, maintain your skin. The same amount of time and energy and effort that you put into your car, you should be putting that into yourself. Oh, and if you go to the gym, you put all that time and effort into the muscles that you got. Yes, I said muscles. I know how to pronounce it properly. Don't do that to me. But you put all that time and energy and effort to bench 225 and all of these things, but you're not going to take care of your skin. Come on, boo. You could do better. Do better. And three, men deserve care too, and it is of no consequence to your masculinity. I said it. See, you don't even want to fight. You don't want to fight me anymore. You want to hug me. I promise you. Oh God, this is what happens when you're outside here doing videos. And I'm not gonna cut it. I'm not, cause nope. So for the ditto, because this brings us to the end of our video, I just wanted to kind of make those quick points. But our ditto of the week is for my ladies who watch my videos. Please send this to a man in your life who needs a facial. Okay? Yeah. And for the men who do watch my videos, shout out to my trainer, to my former trainer who Javon, who always like reposts and stuff my videos. He does get facials, although genetically his skin is amazing, so that's kind of like a cheat code for him. But everybody else, if you have not seen an esthetician, please do, or ask the lady in your life for help, right? Whether it be your mother, your sister, your cousin, your auntie, ask a lady in your life for skincare advice. And I'm so sure that she would be more than happy to give it to you. Okay? If you don't want to book a facial, book it with me. I would love that. But if not, if that's a little too, I'm not ready for that step yet, ask a lady in your life for help, right? Ask her for the guidance that you need, or message me and I will be glad to help you and tell you. Okay. And again, the ingrowns, Ten Skin, TEND skin, Ten Skin solution, because they have a gel, but get the solution. That's what you need, right? Not the gel, the solution. You can get that on Amazon. It's like $20. Okay. So, yes, beautiful people, that brings us to the end of our chapter 8 today. It was quick. I'm running through these, right? Like, I'm really running through these because I feel like I'm getting more comfortable. So, it's easier for me to get to my point without having to belabor it. So, yes. And also, I want to say, I did not forget that I had an announcement last week. Promise you I didn't forget. I just had to re-strategize some things. So the announcement will be made next week when it makes more sense and when I'm actually able to uphold it, right? Like that's my thing. Because right now, literally, it feels like it is. Every step that I have been taking has been aligned so perfectly. Like I couldn't have written it myself. Like I couldn't have written a better script. And I'm a pretty decent writer. And I don't even call myself a writer like that, but I tend to write decent things. So yeah. So we just had to re-strategize, and next week we will be making our announcement because I'm really, really excited about it. So yes. Alrighty, beautiful people. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday. And if you're in New Jersey, it is a beautiful day outside. And I hope you get outside. I hope you see an ice cream truck somewhere and you stop and you get some ice cream, have a little fun with your loved ones because it's Sunday and the week is coming up and, you know, work. But either way, beautiful people, I love you all. I thank you all. And I will see you guys during the week. All right. Bye.